Welcome to 91.9 Public Affairs and APSU-TV. I'm Micah Terrell. Thank you so much for joining us today for a very special story. In addition, we are learning all about some of our smallest citizens here in Clarksville and how they're learning about the gift of generosity and a giving spirit. And joining me today with more is Iva Pace. She's the director of the YMCA School Age Services Program here in Clarksville, Montgomery County. With more, Iva, thank you so much for stopping by. Tell us about this amazing 1,300 pounds of food these students and other friends gathered together.
Thank you so much for having me. This year we wanted to be intentional about giving to our community. And so it starts with the staff. We have 19 schools that we serve. And so I met with my site directors and my ADs and just kind of gave them the plan, and everyone was on board. They was excited about it. So we wanted to take it to the schools, and we kind of made a competition out of it. You know, everyone likes a good competition.
Right.
But just to have the kids get excited about giving, so they went home and talked to their parents, and some were going back, you know, getting other items out of their cupboards, and it was just an exciting thing. And just for them to know that they were helping other families, I think that's what really motivated them to continually give, because some had brought the items to the office, and then they noticed what was there. They went back for more for their parents. Some of the parents are coming and talking to my staff about, you know, they asked for something else, you know, but just the fact that they wanted to be a blessing to somebody else, especially during this season. You know, a lot of people were struggling. They were on, you know, they were on, I think the government, or, you know, some things were happening within our government, and so a lot of people just were without. And so we kind of explained that we didn't really want them to move with pity, but with compassion, just to have the heart to give. And I think that just kind of spilled on to the kids from the staff, starting with us first.
Right, and that's so important. Talk about that for a second, about how important setting that example is for those young ones, especially the school-age young ones,
yes.
Right?
You know, at that age, you know, they're typically, they want, give me. I have grandchildren, and so they're always asking grandma for stuff. So I think it's so important if they can learn it at an early stage. And that was the goal. Like I said, we wanted to be very intentional this year about giving and what it means. So they talked to the kids about the importance and how you feel, you know, when you give. It's a joy in giving, and when you know that you're helping someone else. So I think just us starting them out, and I'm sure they're getting in their homes as well, but we wanted to be that beacon of light and that beacon of hope for the community with the children as well. So I think that I'm proud of them. And I tell them all the time, like, I'm just so proud of their hearts. The fact that they're so young and they wanted to do it, and just hearing from the parents and saying that their children came back for more.
That's what I was going to ask you too. How are the parents? Because I know this scenario. My son's like, Mama, we're having a food drive. I'm like, okay, I got this can of peas here, you know. And then maybe were the parents, were they kind of surprised about the response from their children too?
I think they were surprised the fact that they went back again, you know, because typically it's the parents, you know, they'll go home and say, hey, Mom, we're having this, you know, can we, you know, bring something. But the fact that they went back again, I think that was a surprise. It was a surprise for me. I was like, wow, they asked again, like they wanted more. So some of the students, they understood the assignment. You know, they understood that families were in need, you know. The government wasn't shut down. Like, some families just literally didn't have, and then their families are just they're just in a state of just transition right now, anyways. And so to me, that was huge. But it was surprising, because I know you have to teach that, you know, when they're young, because we're just, you know, people are just naturally selfish. They think about themselves first, but in order just for them to think outside of themselves in their household, and I know the parents. You know, they may or may not have had either, but the fact that they went ahead and still gave, that's huge. That speaks a lot of our community.
That really does. And the fact it was over 1,300 pounds of food. Wow. Man, so you gave the YMCA gave the food to the local charities. How did they react?
Well, we kind of partnered with Manna Cafe, because they give a lot in this community, and so they brought the truck, and then they were weighing it, and so we were just outside, because we were our little space. It was packed to capacity. That was exciting in itself. But when they took it and they weighed it on the truck, man, that was just unbelievable moment.
I was
like, we
going to
really-
ask you, were they like, woohoo,
Yeah,
big
they
hooting
were
and
so
hollering?
excited.
Yeah.
They were so excited. I don't know who was more excited, but the fact that, just our staff coming together, I was like, man, it's no telling what you can do when you come together as a community. You can change so many lives.
Yeah, so you've had big success with this
success.
food drive. So do you have any plans for anything else that's going to spread into the community like this?
We have, so right now my ADs and I, we are coming together and just trying to see we won't be able to supply for every school, but we want to start somewhere. And so where we see that there is a need, we don't want to, kind of like the Angels Drive, like they have the Angel Tree.
Yeah.
We just want to get a few names. We're going to get with the principals just to see, and you pretty much know this, the teachers know of students that are really in need. And so we want to be a blessing to those, but we're going to give different schools that are going to kind of just swap out. So that is a goal for this year. We're going to start small because it's beginning, but I feel like we need to start somewhere, and we're going to definitely increase as the years come. So we're excited about that.
That's very exciting.
Yeah,
and in case
for
you're for tuning in here with us on 91.9 FM and APSU-TV, I'm Micah Terrell, and I'm talking with Iva Pace. She's the program director at the YMCA School Age Services Program here in Montgomery County. And 1,300 pounds of food gathered in. That's wonderful. And it was really great, too. Hunger Awareness Month. It was when this all went in October. So tell us more about the School Age Services Program. A lot of people don't know about it. So tell us about it and how it helps the local children.
Yes. So we service 19 schools right now in the Montgomery County area. We're looking to increase that number. But yes, we do offer before and after care in those school settings. They learn curriculum. We teach them just so many opportunities for growth, youth development. I think that's so important. They learn different social skills, learn how to give and share and just have compassion and love. Like, we put all of that just under the umbrella of our program. But yeah, they can find more information on our website. Where the schools typically, they have it in there. They send out an informational, I think, once a month. We are incorporating that, so the parents can have the information, because I was surprised that a lot of parents didn't know that we had the program. And it's in the schools. It's so convenient, how convenient is that? So yeah, we're looking to continue. We're continually growing. We're improving every day, and our goal is just to reach our community and just be that support that they need. We have a lot of single parent. We have a lot of parent homes. Both parents are working. They need that care, and then that's a place where you can go. You don't have to worry. Your kids are learning. They're growing. They're meeting new people, making friendships. So it's just a great program overall.
It is, and I'm glad you mentioned single parents, because that's what my mother-in-law, my husband now, he was in the YMCA after school. So yeah, he said it was great, and he said it was wonderful. So so you mentioned before and after school care, other options in there as well too.
Yes. Now when we're out, like today, it's voting today, so the schools are closed, and we typically coincide with the school schedule. So if they're out of school, we'll typically have an all-day out program at one of our satellite sites, which is Hope Community Church, and we also service at Bethel Church, which is on Tiny Town. Snow days, if we can make it to the site, we will open. We do know that some jobs, they want you there.
That's right.
And I say, if we can get there, we want to be there for the families. That's why we're here, to support our families and our communities.
Right. So that's super helpful, because again, we have such a diverse population, as you mentioned. We have people from all over with different languages and everything. So that's wonderful that you're supporting. Now, what else would you like to tell people about the school age services programs or other programs that you're helping with the YMCA?
Just get involved. The main YMCA, it's on Hillcrest. It's amazing facility, and that is what, we're an entity of that program, of the YMCA. We're part of the Y. Amanda Gill is executive director at the main YMCA, and they're doing something phenomenal for our students at the schools. I'm so excited. I can't speak on all of it right now, but they have a heart for the people. So I should say, just get involved. Just see where you can get involved. Go to your local YMCA, and there's plenty of opportunity to volunteer. And just to, like, if you have something to share, just be a part. We're growing. We can't do it by ourselves. It's going to take a community. And so that's what we're about. So if you can get involved, get involved.
Definitely. We would love everybody to.
Yeah.
So where can people go for more information, Iva, if they'd like to know more about the programs?
Our programs, they can go to www.ymcafunco.org. And it gives all of the information as far as the schools, our summer camp programs, our all-day out programs. All the information is there, and then they can also call the number. There's also a number on that website. So www.ymcafunco.org.
Wonderful.
Yes.
That's awesome. What else did you want to talk about that we haven't talked about today? We've talked about so much
Well,
stuff.
it's so cold outside. Let's talk about the weather.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Ooh, I know you mentioned summer camp, and I was like, oh, summer.
We missed the summer.
Would be so nice. Oh, gosh. Oh, my goodness. Again, childcare options, 19 schools is where you are. And so if people want to find out those schools, I know, as you mentioned, the website has all that great stuff. You can search your school and see and make sure that your child would be fine there. And there's financial assistance I saw as well.
Absolutely.
So that's great.
Yes.
Because as we mentioned, single parents, it's hard. It's hard out there.
It's hard for two-parent homes now.
Right, it
is.
is.
They still need the assistance as well, but that's what the Y is all about. Whatever we can do to make sure that the children are safe, there's no child left home alone. We just had an all day. We emphasized our after school programs. It was in October. We did a function with that. Just allowing the parents to know. It was called Lights On. My mind had went blank. It's called Lights On After School, and it's just bringing awareness to what we offer. We're here. We're here for your families. We're here for you. Just go and sign up, get the information. Our site directors are amazing. I have amazing staff also. My ADs, area directors, they're working side by side with the site directors, just making sure that the programs are what the families are needing. There's homework help. That's something that's kind of overlooked. When parents get home from work, they're not. They're so tired. They're asking the child, did you do that? And they'll be like, yes, mom, yes, dad, I did it. But they're tired. They're not going to check it. So that's where we come in. We make sure that the children are doing their assignments. We help them with the reading and STEM projects, you name it. Like, we're growing, we're getting better and better. I'm excited about the program. I wish everyone would just come and just spend some time there and just kind of see what we're doing. I think they would get excited as well.
No, hey, the
kids are growing.
The kids are growing, and the homework help. That's a great
huge.
thing.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. And so thank you again, Iva, so much for stopping by. So big few months for y'all at the YMCA School Age Services. A huge big boost for the community.
Yes.
Students learning about giving, and then of course the program's growing, and then of course we have so much as part of it, right?
Yes.
The tutoring help, the after school care, before school care, and so much more. So. Wonderful. Thank you so much for stopping by. Iva Pace, and she's the director of the YMCA School Age Services Program here in Clarksville, Montgomery County. And I'm Micah Terrell with 91.9 FM and APSU-TV.